Welcome back to the Why So Serious podcast. I'm your host, Brandon. Devin and Stephanie are with us as usual, and we are back for our review or recap of Game of Thrones. Today we are recapping Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 5, the penultimate episode of Game of Thrones called The Bells. Forces have arrived at King's Landing for the final battle. Yeah, so I had a great time laughing at everybody being mad at this episode. So we'll start with Steph. What did you think about this episode?
I said last week, fuck King's Landing, burn all that shit to the ground, and she did not disappoint. Burn all that shit to the ground. Fuck King's Landing. Fuck them.
Okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Devin, what about you?
I am the guy that got everything he wanted. I told you I wanted more dragons. I wanted more fire, and I got everything I wanted. And I'm good. I wasn't mad at all. We all knew what was coming, though.
Sure.
Well, apparently people didn't know because they was real mad.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so annoying.
Like, were
so
they not here
annoying.
for it? Like, did they not understand that? Like,
Here's the thing.
we saw
there has been some questionable writing in this season.
Yes,
because there's been like some things that didn't make any sense, some things that moved too fast. But on the overall, it hasn't been really that bad as people make it seem. I think it's just one of those things where whenever anything gets really big, people start to book it in their own mind. And so when you book something in your own mind, it's never going to live up to your fantasy. It's just not. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Before we get into the specifics, could they have done a better job at telling the Daenerys heel turn? Yes, it could have been. If they had more time, it would have been better to spread it out longer. Like, that would have been better. But that's not. Those are some people's complaints, and I can get behind that to an extent. But that's not what most people are saying. Most people are saying, like, how could she do this? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, no, it makes
perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense why she would do that. So, like, there's certain things, but just like anything else, people take certain things, and some people are reasonable with it, but the majority just go way too far, and it's funny. I was on Twitter just laughing at people. People were really mad. Like, this was like, I said this reminded me of that Negan episode on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's what we keep saying.
That's how mad people were. And that was much more ridiculous than this. Much more ridiculous.
Just the thing, I don't watch Walking Dead, so I didn't get the reference, but everybody comes like, it's like the Negan episode. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I don't know. I don't watch y'all show.
Oh, the Negan episodes when they lined everybody up. They lined everybody up and they had this bat. And he has his bat with these spikes and shit coming out of it. And he was going to kill some people. and right when he swings the bat, it goes to black. And it was the last episode of the season. And so you had to wait a whole year to come back to see who he swung the bat on. And they changed the shot up because he swung at one place, but the person that was there wasn't the person that got hit. It was a whole thing. Hilarious.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, anyway, let's get to... Oh, look at that. Devin, the Lakers are in the top 4.
Oh, they're doing the lottery right now?
They're doing the lottery. So, we're on Game of Thrones. But they changed it up this year, so you can... more teams have the chance of getting the number one pick. And so, the Lakers only had like a 4% chance, but they've been revealed to be in the top 4 picks.
So they do a lottery before the draft?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so they take the teams with the worst records and they give them a certain amount of ping pong balls. And it used to be like the number one pick would get like 25, 30% chance at winning. Now, 4 teams have a 15% chance. It looks like the Lakers, Memphis, New Orleans are the 3 out of the top 4.
Yo, New Orleans getting the number one pick, yo.
So
Take it to the bank.
All right, we're distracted. I know niggas listen to Game of Thrones don't want to hear shit about that. So I'll pop in when whoever gets the number one pick. But let's start. So the episode begins with Varys writing a letter about Jon's lineage. Who you think he was sending that letter to, Steph?
That's what I want to know, because I'm like, I was like, who is he still writing to? I'm like, I want to know. And someone said maybe
there's a lot of sparrows and a lot of little birdies around. So,
but the thing is, remember, Quaburn said he took all his little birdies, but I don't know if he was just talking about the children.
He couldn't have, though, because he's still getting shit out.
I think he was sending it to everybody. What if he was sending it to
the fucking Citadel?
No. What if he was sending it to somebody? One of my coworkers was like, "What if he was sending it to my Gendry because he was trying to." So I thought that was funny. Yeah, because listen, okay, so we're gonna be all over the place in this episode because I didn't do proper notes. The Knicks are in the top 4, definitely.
Yep.
So I didn't take proper notes because I didn't get to see it twice. But all right, here's a letter of succession. So you got Dany; she's about to be queen, right? If she were to die, that would make Jon Snow king, right? What if Jon Snow don't want to be king, or he die in the fight trying to kill Daenerys, right? And so they both did. Who is third in succession? It's Gendry, right?
It's Gendry.
It's either Gendry or Tyrion, right?
No.
Since Cersei was queen,
it would be Jaime. Then it would be Jaime.
Jaime's dead.
Jamie's dead. But what? Okay. Remember, Robert Baratheon was the king, so it would be a Baratheon, not a Lannister.
Well, he was the king, but then it was a Lannister.
Yeah, because Joffrey
was Joffrey.
Joffrey was a Baratheon.
Oh yeah, Joffrey was a Baratheon.
In name, he was a Baratheon.
You are correct.
And then, Cersei was queen. Then she was a Lannister.
Well, that's because she became queen because Tommen died.
Oh yeah, good point. Okay, so
it would be a Baratheon. So if for some reason Dany dies and Jon says no, it would be Gendry because she restored his name. He's no longer a river.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, then Jon arrives at Dragonstone and Varys runs up on him and he, Varys was so giddy to see Jon. He just knew.
Yo, he was so giddy, yo.
He just knew. He's like, listen, come here, little nigga. Listen.
You see this bitch is crazy, right? You see her bitch is crazy, right?
You see she not right. She ain't right. And Jon was like, listen, that's my queen. And then Varys is like, subtly, he's like, yeah, but it could be somebody better. Wink, wink, like wink, wink. And Jon's looking at him like, nigga, how do you know? And he was like, oh, fuck, Sansa told somebody. Fuck. And he was like, listen, man, I don't care about that. I want to be king. I don't want to be king. And Varys was like, listen, Targaryens, when they born, it's like a flip of a coin. They're going to be good or bad.
Crazy. Yeah.
I know where your coin landed, and I know where her coin landed, and they not the same coin. They're not the same side of the coin. And,
this nigga said, I've been around more kings and queens than anybody in the city.
And he has, though.
Yeah. How old is Varys, by the way?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's been around so many kings and queens. I'm like, how old is he supposed to be? Yeah. But I guess him and Tyrion supposed to be close in age.
Really?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
So Varys, and Jon's like, no, I don't want that. Varys, he ain't taking no for no answer. He like, listen,
no,
this is my one shot because this gonna get back to Daenerys and I'm gonna be dead. So I'm gonna shoot my shot. And he was like, you gonna rule wisely. Well, while and then Jon's like, listen, she's my queen, nigga. I'm good. And Jon walked off. So Jon, I think Jon gonna regret that, but we'll see. Maybe he won't. Maybe listen, I don't mean to get into this, but like at this point, I'm cheering for whatever makes people the maddest. So I heard next episode Dany kills Jon Snow. That'll really make people mad.
That should have make people so mad.
Oh my God, that'd be
I love
good.
that. That's a great ending, yo.
That'd be such a good ending. She just killed that nigga. Like, I'm queen. Oh, that'd be so good. So then Tyrion approaches Dany, and Danny's like, who betrayed me?
She got that Scarface moment, bro, when he was coked up.
Who betrayed me? And he's like, and she's like, Jon Snow betrayed me. And Tyrion's like, what? And he's like, listen, Jon, I told Jon not to tell nobody. Jon told Sansa. Of course, Sansa ran her mouth and told you, and your dumbass told Varys. So Jon betrayed me. And then Tyrion was like, listen, my intentions was good.
Can we pause the cause for the moment? Everybody can see that Dany looked like she's strung out on that shit right now. Like when we look at her.
Well, yeah, Varys said, Jon was like, when Jon showed up, he was like, look, she ain't eating. She's sitting in the house. She ain't come out the house. She been standing in the corner this whole damn time.
She ain't ate in 3 days.
Bruh, and when you saw it on her face, she had bags in her eyes.
Hey, yo, speaking of Game of Thrones, Kyle Kuzma is on screen right now, right?
Yes.
He has a pen of the hand of the king.
Oh!
Stop bullshit.
Yes, he does.
Are you serious?
They went past him. Go, Griff. Griff up there.
He's got a hand of the king pen on.
Yo, if Patrick Ewing get this shit for the Knicks, man.
Now I want one.
That's what it look like. Maybe I'm tripping.
Hold on. Is this a fucking party or something? What?
Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, that is a hand to the king. Look at that shit. Hand to the King James. That's so cool.
King James. Oh, that's funny, yeah. Oh, we got the 4th pick.
Oh, the Knicks got the 3rd. All right, whatever. He betrayed me. So basically, Danny's mad. Danny knows she was betrayed. This is going to be such a funny episode. Danny knows that. What if Memphis get the number 1 pick? I know the Pelicans got it.
I told you New Orleans was going to get it. Stephanie, did I not say that shit?
Oh,
you did?
Man,
you
that's
really
hilarious.
That is
hilarious. What if Anthony Davis is like, I think I want to stay now. God, what am I doing? All right.
What if he don't, though? What if he's like, no, I'm done. I'm good. Y'all got y'all pick. I can leave now.
That is true, though. He can't leave scot-free. They got a new savior.
Well, he can't leave scot-free. He's still in the contract for another 2 years.
I mean,
they can trade him. They can trade him, can't they?
Yeah, they can trade him.
They have to trade him by the deadline because they're not going to get anything back.
When's the deadline?
February.
I'm sure they'll trade him before then.
Yeah.
All right, so Tyrion's basically like, look, our intentions were good. And Danny's like, listen, I'm not hearing that bullshit. Y'all don't fuck with me, and y'all scared I'm going to do some dumb shit. And
you are.
I don't really give a fuck at this point.
Actually,
and by the way, people out here be defending Jon Snow. Listen, I don't blame Jon. I don't blame Jon for telling Sansa because that is his sister. Like, I don't blame him for doing that. Like, he got the right to tell her.
Here's the thing: he technically didn't say he didn't promise.
Because Bran and then Bran spent the biggings. Bran was the one that really told him. You know what I mean? If we get technical.
The thing about it is when Dany asked him not to, he didn't necessarily say no.
No, I don't blame him for that. But
it was like he was like, I can't not tell them. So he didn't say he wasn't going to tell them. She was just hoping that he wouldn't tell them.
But Jon's naivety is the fact that he actually thought Sansa wasn't going to tell nobody. Now, that was dumb. He thinks Sansa he thinks Sansa and Dany just like, she'll get to like him. You'll like her once you get to know her. Like, no,
nope.
She don't fuck with her at all.
Not at all.
Ain't no get to know her. She don't fuck with her. So Jon was kind of naive there. So I think in a way Dany was a little right where she was like, listen, nigga, this is not going to be good for me, and it's not. It's exactly what she said was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Soon as Sansa knew, somebody else knew, and then niggas start saying, "Oh, Jon, you should be king," right? Just like she thought. So basically, Dany's real upset, and basically, then they cut to, and then she was like, "Tyrion, if you betray me again, it'll be your last time." And he betrayed her later in the episode, so we'll see if he dies next episode. But we'll get to it.
The thing about it is she gave him way too many fucking chances. Like, let's call a thing a thing. Yeah. Well, he should have been roasted.
Yes.
Fuck every Lannister. I'm sorry. Fuck all of them, especially Tyrion.
Yo, Tyrion,
you don't like Tyrion?
I've been so mad at Tyrion this episode. I lost.
Tyrion this season has been killing me.
He's been dumb this season.
Because one, you think you won one little battle with a Blackwater and you got this military mind. I'm like, sir, you don't. I'm like, ugh. And stop doing this thing trying to redeem your fucking family. Your family is full of monsters. What you doing?
Sucker for fucking love. He's a sucker for love, bro. That shit hurt my heart. Like, I'm like, yo, can't keep trying to save these people, yo. Like, and he looks so stupid trying to fucking save Cersei. Like, you can't, there is no redeemable cause about Cersei at this point for anybody on the other side.
At all.
No. So then they cut to Grey Worm arresting Varys' ass, and Varys had a note.
Yo, so I'm pausing because one more time. The people said on the internet said she was trying to poison Dany. He was trying to poison Dany.
Yes! That's the other part where everybody's like, she just roasted Varys for no reason. I'm like, he had some little girl in the kitchen trying to poison her. And he told Tyrion last episode that is what he was going to do. It was just like, why everybody had to like Varys just die for no reason?
Just because he told, nah.
It wasn't because he told he was going to kill her.
And that's mad, that's straight up treason. Like, that's textbook treason. Like, you gotta die. Like, that's death right there.
And it said that he knew it. That's why I fuck with him, because he knew what the fuck it was, yo.
He was like, we can't do this. This is treason. I'm like, you flat out admitted that you would poison her because, hello, you've done that shit before.
Yep. And so Tyrion's right there, and Tyrion walks up on him, and it was basically like, it was me, man. I'm just telling you straight to your face. I snitched. And Varys was like, listen, man, I hope I deserve this. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And
do y'all remember the first season when Jorah and Dany were in the market and somebody was trying to kill Dany?
Yes.
That was Varys.
Stop bullshitting.
Oh yeah, it was Varys.
Like, remember, it's like, that's why I was like, Varys was like, yeah, he only cares about the realm. I'm like, because I was like,
I get it. Yeah,
sneaky as fuck.
Yeah, because he's the one that knew about Dany in King's Landing, and nobody else knew what was going on.
Remember, he was trying to get rid of her.
He been trying to kill her.
He's like, wait a minute. I'm like, hello. He tried to kill her before. I'm like, why y'all acting like he new to this?
Damn, that's what's up. Look at you, stuff. You be knowing.
That's what happens when you rewatch stuff. I was like, okay.
So then Dany did the whole, I'm Daenerys Stormborn, break her chains, blah, 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 blah. I sentenced Varys to die. And then she said this so calmly. She was like, Dracarys. And then Drogon came up scary as shit. That was a great
is
shot.
He going to eat her? Is he going to eat him? That's all I was thinking. I'm like,
I really wanted him to get ate, but then I understand he had to burn.
And he burned Varys. And here's the thing. I thought I was going to hear Varys screaming. He didn't even scream. He probably got melted, instantly killed. Like, just melted instantly.
He probably did.
He was close.
Yeah, he was close as hell.
What's his name? Like, the Tarleys, they didn't scream either. They were just gone.
It got to be from far away from niggas to scream. Like, when death was flames were coming from above, that's when niggas scream. But if it's right up on you, nah, you're not screaming.
In the next scene, Dany gives Grey Worm Missandei's last possession. Was that like her
chain?
Her chain?
Yeah, it was a third shackle around her neck, I guess.
I was like,
but it melted.
This whole time you ain't give her no possessions. Daenerys, you ain't give her no salary.
Well, apparently that's what she left Marine with. Didn't she say Marine? That's what she left Marine with.
But she said this is her only possession. I'm like, she ain't had no salary. She ain't buy no shit.
She was a slave, and she got everything she needed from there. She ain't need nothing.
She needed a salary. She wanted to go out to the market and buy some shit.
She said a salary.
What she wanted? A new chain? Maybe she wants some new kicks or something. I don't know.
Not new kicks.
Like she should have had a salary. Then Jon and Dany got alone, and Jon's like, "Listen, I don't want the throne. You're my queen."
Then
Dany was like, "She killed Varys as much as I did." Talking about Sansa.
Yeah.
This is a victory for her, and Dany. She's right. She's right.
She was not. She definitely sees Sansa as a threat. Like,
listen, this episode was the most right Dany has been this entire time.
Do y'all feel like Danny felt some type of way because she couldn't get that dick again? John is John, like you said, like John is not for this fucking cousin fucking. He is not for it.
His aunt.
Like,
Well, yeah,
This
is part of the reason why she went crazy. Because everything that she's been wanting, she's been, like, people have been betraying her, lying to her, giving her bad advice.
People she loves.
She lost her people she loves. She lost her dragon, her child. And then the last thing is she's like, at least I got John. That nigga loves me and I love him. And then he was like, you know what? I'm good on that. I'm good on that, buddy. And then she's just like
I'm not Jamie Lannister. I don't fuck my family.
Mm-mm. And so I'm like, all right, John, whatever. Okay, you know she going crazy now. That's what I was saying in my head. So then we go to Dragonstone, the throne room, and Tyrion tells her the people of King's Landing are slaves themselves, and thousands will burn if you just go do this. And Danny tells him that Cersei believes mercy is our weakness. Like, Cersei believes that I'm a good person, and so she's going to try to use that against me, which is exactly what Cersei did. Cersei didn't give a damn about those people. She's like, if I put these people here, you ain't going to burn them. And so I'll be safe. And Danny believes the most important thing is being merciful to future generations by freeing them from a tyrant. So she's basically like, yeah, all these niggas is complicit. She's like, these are Trump supporters. They might be poor and they might live in they might have shitty circumstances, but they supporting the wrong dude. And so as long as you make that decision to support the wrong dude, I don't have no choice but to burn your ass. And so Tyrion asks her, Tyrion's basically like, listen, if you hear these bells, that means they surrendering. So if you hear them bells, tell your men to back off. Like, there's no need to just kill people for no reason after they surrender. And she kind of basically like nods her head like she agrees. But so at this point,
the nigga said it 87 times though.
Did you think? So I thought Tyrion was trying to. I thought Tyrion might be setting her up. I mean, not Tyrion. I thought later when he told Jaime this, that Jaime was going to set her up with this. Did y'all think that?
What?
So you know how Tyrion kept saying when the bells ring, they're surrendering.
Mm-hmm.
And then he told Jaime that. He said, Jaime, remember, tell Cersei if she about to lose, ring them bells. They'll drop their men off. They'll surrender. I thought they were
because
try
she's still trying to save her. He's still trying to save her fucking family.
Right.
Well, I don't think he cared about Cersei at this point. I think Tyrion's basically like that baby is innocent, and that baby don't need to die.
You're correct because he keeps saying they talked about the baby the whole episode.
And you know, I guess I don't want to be a baby killer either, but you know, I'm not overly concerned when it's an incest baby.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I was like, yeah, this baby not so much.
So Danny basically kind of nods like, all right, nigga. Well, all right. So then that's when she said, next time you fail, it'll be your last time. So then they go to the Hound and Arya, and they traveling together. And Arya's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill Queen Cersei. And they run into Danny's people, and they're like, where are y'all going? And he's like, we going to King's Landing. I'm going to kill the queen. And the nigga was like, let me go talk to my manager. And he was like, yeah, you go do that. But think about this. She get in there, she killed the queen. None of y'all niggas gotta die. The war over. It's a wrap. And they just went on. I'm like, don't y'all were there in the north when Arya killed the Night King. What the fuck you mean you gotta go talk to your manager? If Arya Stark says, I'm going through here, she going through there.
She got it, yo. Bro, she got it. She got it. We good.
It ain't
we going back. We touchdown dancing.
Yeah, it ain't no let me talk to the king or the queen or whatever. So did y'all think Arya was going to actually kill Cersei?
I don't think she was going to get close enough.
Yeah, I didn't think they was going to get there in time when shit started happening. And then I was like, it doesn't line up. And I was like, it's no way that Arya and the Hound are going to fucking fight the Mountain together, because that's not what this is about. This is about one-on-one. So I was like, I don't think she's gonna make it to Cersei.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. So when Danny was talking to Tyrion, he also said, "Yeah, nigga, we caught your brother too. Like we caught that nigga trying to get back to King's Landing." And Tyrion looked so disgusted. he was just like, oh my God. And so he walked over, and Unsullied are guarding Jamie, and he was like, we were. Let me get in there and talk to the prisoner. And they was like, we were told to protect the prisoner. And he was like, by who? Did the queen tell you that? She was like, they was like, no. And he was basically like, oh, is that nigga Grey Worm? Well, who got more power, me or him? I'm the hand to the queen, so get out my fucking way. And so they left.
So, can I just say this? Because there were folks trying to talk me down when I said he is going back for Cersei. They're like, no, he don't love her anymore. I'm like, nope. The way he looked at bed with Brienne, he was looking like, what am I doing here? She's not the person I love. He was going back for Cersei. That's why they captured his ass. He wasn't going there to help.
True.
Here's the thing. I don't have no love for Jamie, but I don't think he was going back to. I don't think he was going back to fight against them niggas. I feel like he was going back just to
get her out of here. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He was just going back for Cersei. He was like, you don't give a damn about none of y'all.
He want to raise his baby. He want to raise the only baby he got alive.
Exactly.
I thought this scene was great because Tyrion and Jamie have great chemistry together ever since the first season.
If he don't get an Emmy for this scene alone.
Yeah, it was really
Peter
good.
Dinklage needs an Emmy. I'm like, excuse me, give him his Emmy right now.
And Tyrion was like, listen, man, their city is going to die tomorrow. Everyone's going to die tomorrow. Cersei's going to die tomorrow. Your child's going to die tomorrow. If I let you go, and he's like, listen, you let me go. When they had me killed, you let me go so I could kill Tywin's ass on the toilet. And so, listen, if I let you go, you need to sneak back in there. There's an exit in the bottom of the keep that leads out to this beach with a boat. You need to take Cersei, get in that boat, go to Pestos? I guess that's not another continent. Pestos. You need to go to Pestos.
Essos.
No, he didn't say Essos. He said something with a P. And y'all need to go live your life in exile. Go live your life and start a new life. And Jamie's like, listen, that ain't gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna be able to get there. He's like, listen, you go and you tell Cersei to leave. And make sure you tell her to ring the damn bells because they're going to give up when they ring the bells. If you don't ring the bells, niggas is going to burn. And so he let Jamie out. And so Jamie and him hugged, and I was like, this is real emotional. This is good. This is some good shit right here. And then, by the way, how did Jamie get from out of that camp without anybody seeing him?
Exactly.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, well, I guess if Tyrion let him go, he walked him out of there, I guess. I don't know.
And she was like, but Jamie was like, listen, if Daenerys if your queen finds out you let me go, she gonna kill your ass. And Tyrion was like, listen, the life of one dwarf for the life of 1,000 innocent lives is a fair trade. He said one not so innocent dwarf, by the way. So look, Tyrion's still trying to be a noble person.
The real shit about it is that when I got emotional, it was like, man, he wouldn't have survived his childhood without Jamie. And that's real. That's an emotional heartstring. Cause they blame Tyrion for killing their mother, and to grow up with that hate, everybody hating you and only having one person in your whole family that loves you and looks out for you. That shit was real.
And despite all Jamie's faults, which he's got a million of them, he did treat Tyrion pretty well, all things accounted for. So then they go to King's Landing, and Euron is getting ready, and he's getting all his ships ready and getting all the scorpions pointed and everything ready to go. And the people in King's Landing were like, "Oh, it's a war coming!" And they ran into their house and boarded the windows and shit. And the Hound and Arya arrive at the gates, and basically they opened up the gates to the Red Keep, and all these people start flowing in, just trying to get in. And then they start closing the door, and the Hound and Arya made it in at the last minute. And Jamie couldn't get in. And so Jamie in the back raising his gold hand like, look, my hand is gold. Let me in. And nobody was paying no damn attention to him, so he had to try to go the back way to get in. So then they showed a Golden Company, and they look legit. But they ain't really get to show no shit because they got their asses whipped. And so they out there standing in front of the castle.
If they brought those elephants, though, if they had brought those elephants.
The elephants would have been burnt. Burnt alive. So then across the desert wasteland, you got the Dothraki. They just stand there in the Unsullied. And the Northern folk. No, the Northern folk weren't there. It was just the Dothraki and the Unsullied. And they were standing across each other. And Tyrion was like, listen, man, there's people out there. Y'all cannot go out there and just kill these people. And Jon's like, nigga, this is war. What the fuck wrong with you? And so then they get back to Euron, and he looking in the sky, and I guess he hear this dragon. And out of nowhere, out of the clouds, here comes Drogon swooping in and burned the fuck out of all those ships. And I said, look, this is cool.
I'm so fucking mad about this shit. No, because there's no fucking way that my man. But what was it with? What was the other dragon's name?
Rhaegar.
Was it Harry? Oh, Rhaegar. Rhaegar should have died, yo.
No, Rhaegar did die.
He shouldn't have died. I'm saying he shouldn't have fucking died.
Oh, if Drogon can get missed by 8,000 arrows, 8,000 them niggas couldn't hit him at all. And
but they also got them off by surprise. Now it's kind of like
fuck, Steph.
But it's a difference. It's like
but they got him off surprise.
Homeboy didn't zig and zag. He is a regular Rickon. He is the Rickon of the dragons because
you got it. Goddamn right. Because goddamn, he took.
Yes,
he took
but also
like
they only had like 2 ships shooting at Rhaegar. These niggas had like 20 ships shooting at that nigga and fucking scorpions on top of the castle shooting at him from all angles.
But she also did a really good thing. She drew because one, they made the mistake of all firing at the same time. Then they got to pull it all the way down. Because remember, she got them on when they were trying to reload.
Yeah, but the smart thing she did was she flew low.
Came from low, yeah.
So they couldn't.
So, of course, they saw him really high and they like, fire. And then they had to reload. And then she flew real low. She got him on reload. They couldn't do anything.
This is the smartest episode Dany's ever had. She was the smartest she ever been in this episode.
Yeah.
And so Drogon was fucking up Euron's fleet. And all the niggas
he is the strongest.
Yeah, they was all done. At that point, it was a wrap for them. And Euron pulled the Theon and jumped off the boat.
My man, Drogon ain't got no goddamn amount of fire he can just breathe. He just breathe fire all day. Like, did he have to have a special diet?
All right, listen.
Because he had that much fire?
But I think the other ones could do that too.
If you want to get into that, if they had this much fire to burn a whole city, them 2 fucking dragons.
That would have been gone in 5 minutes.
Them 2 dragons should have stood in the front of the fucking army against the army of the dead and just breathe fire until somebody made them stop. Just stood there. Instead of flying around and surveying it, they just should have stood there and breathed fire.
But I think because the Night King was the first one to kill a dragon, they why even risk it?
Yeah, but he wasn't even around to start.
But they didn't know that. Man. It was pitch black. They didn't know that. They didn't know he wasn't there.
A lot of times
they couldn't see anything.
Listen.
Dragons weren't used wisely in this whole series. That's how I would say.
Well, they were used wisely in this
episode. It's
yeah. To this point, yes.
So then, Daenerys flies around the castle, and she come through the back and blow out the door and smash the Golden Company and burn them niggas. And I was like, look at her being smart.
I'm on. Woo!
And that nigga Strickland, the head of the Golden Company, who you thought was going to be a big deal, nah, that nigga just died. Some random Dothraki.
Grey Worm.
Just, no. Oh, yeah,
no,
it was
I
Grey
thought
Worm.
Grey Worm threw, yeah, Grey Worm threw that fucking spit right in his shit.
Just dead. He didn't even get no speaking lines, nothing. Just dead.
He ain't spoke since he came into the throne room and said, hello, I am Frank from accounting at the Golden Company.
Then everything was just burning on fire. And then Jon and his troops started coming in, and they was fucking everybody. Listen, at this point, it didn't look like anybody on Daenerys' side got killed. Like, not even a single person at this point.
Nobody. It looked like nobody got hit.
They was all fucking the Golden Company up. They started retreating. They cut the Quiet He's like, yo, the Iron Fleet is burning. The gates are burning. Cersei was like, listen, the Red Keep is never falling. Just one good shot on the Drogon. And of course, Quiet was like, yeah, she took down the Scorpions. She's like, well, we have more. And he's like, nah, actually, that was all the Scorpions we had. And she was like, well, Euron Greyjoy, he killed one of the other dragons. He'll for sure get this one. And he was like, see, about that, Euron, his ships, they all blown up too. Like, yeah, we ain't got nothing to kill these dragons. And she was like, well, hopefully we'll kill these people. And then she'll stop. And so Jon and Grey Worm are marching into King's Landing. And then they did a wide shot of like how far they are from the Red Keep. And I was like, these niggas look like they like 3 miles away. Like, this is the longest fight
it looked like
ever.
It took at least a day and a half to get there. Like,
you remember that long walk that Cersei did? Remember, that was like a long ass time. So I can see it. It was a long ass walk.
They fighting and taking that walk? Like, that's a long ass way. So then Dany's still fucking people up with the dragon and shit, and Tyrion is in there, and she's seeing shit getting lit on fire, and he's looking nervous, but he's like, right now she's not really doing no fucked up shit. She just kind of killing all these soldiers and shit. So it looked like we about to win. And then Tyrion is just like waiting. He's like, it looked like he's just like, please ring the damn bells. Just ring the damn bells. And just waiting and waiting. And Dany flies over at King's Landing with Drogon. She screams and stuff. And Cersei, and then they show off like the standoff between the Golden Company and Jon and Jon's army and Unsullied. And then these niggas just dropped their swords. And I was like, they giving up fast as shit. I looked at the time. I was like,
too easy.
It's like 35. It's
30
like
minutes,
45 minutes left in this fucking show.
Easy.
It's a wrap already. I said something about to happen. And so the bells rung, and Cersei surrendered. Cersei like she about to cry. And they surrendered.
She dropped some tears. She did drop a tear, nigga.
By the way, Lena Headey got paid $1 million an episode this season.
Damn.
I swear she has been on TV for like 25 minutes total.
Yeah.
Every time you see her, she just standing there looking out the window. And then what else did she do? She stood there looking out the window. She had the one scene with Euron. That was like 5 minutes. And then you had the scene with her standing there looking at Tyrion talk before Missandei got killed. That's it. And she got $8 million. That's some good shit right there. She's
$6 million. There's only 6 episodes.
Oh yeah, $6 million. Yeah. Listen, that's some good money for a little bit of work.
Yeah, that's a good agent right there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a good agent. So then, the bells ring and they show Tyrion. He looks relieved, and he look over at Dany, and he's thinking Dany's just sitting there, and then she had the Prince face from Chappelle's show, trying to figure out what was going on. And then she just took on her dragon and flew off. And I said, oh, shit. And so the show made it think that the show shot it like they shot it from the far shot, so it looked like she was flying towards the Red Keep. So you thought that she was about to just like fly to the Red Keep.
Go get Cersei, yeah.
Go get Cersei at this point. And then she made a U-turn and started burning the fuck out of the city. And I said, oh, my God, they're actually doing it.
Woo! Yes! Do it.
This
Burn all of them.
This is when people was mad.
But she posted up for long enough to like, I'm going to think this through. And then she heard the bells.
She already had her mind made up when she left Marine. She knew what she was going to do. It was like, I don't know why everybody is so surprised that this was happening, because she said, I will take what is mine with fire and blood. She said that years ago. She ain't deviated.
I did not know that King's Landing was originally the home of the Targaryens.
Mm-hmm.
I have
they built that city.
Right, I have forgot that shit.
Yeah, so the crown, like the the capital city used to be Old Town.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Aegon conquered the Seven Kingdoms, he sat up at King's Landing. And that's where the kings were held ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but here's the thing. Dany didn't just go snap. Then the armies was like, fuck it, we about to kill.
Exactly. That was the other part. I was like, why you acting like she told them to do that? She didn't. They were just like,
listen,
fuck
they
this.
started killing niggas without swords. Then niggas was just standing there.
Stabbing motherfuckers.
And I'm like, man. Y'all, all right. And then John's army, the Northerners start doing that shit. And I was like, well, I'm not surprised by them. They trash. They the trash people.
And they hate King's Landing. It's like, can we just call a thing a thing?
Yeah, they hate them motherfuckers.
People don't like people in King's Landing.
But here's the thing.
And King's
I
Landing
say
people
this.
don't like the people in Winterfell.
I feel like if I had a choice to hang with the King's Landing peasants or the Northern peasants, I'd pick the King's Landing peasants.
No,
Oh yeah, I'm
saying
going King's Landing peasants.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
It's cold as fuck. What do you mean? It's cold as fuck.
But not only that, they at least they don't like shitty people. The Northerners support shitty people.
they have to.
the Northerners, the King's Landing, hello, they were cheering for Ned Stark's head. But
they were lied to. They were lied to though. They thought Ned Stark did some real fuck shit.
They couldn't wait. They loved it. They cheered it, and
They also threw shit at Cersei.
At Cersei, I'm like, these people aren't great.
I mean,
but
Cersei
if you get treated
deserves
like
it, though.
shit, yeah, Cersei deserves it.
Based on what?
Being a horrible leader.
But that's the thing. They've always hated the Lannisters, so it's kind of like
I mean, the Lannisters.
they're horrible people. The Southerners are horrible people. All these white people are horrible.
Yeah, all facts.
They all horrible.
We
So
also,
it's like,
but here's the thing: we saw some good Southern peasants. The Northern peasants, none of them niggas look like they good ever. I don't never see them stories. Like Arya's out there saving the little kids and shit.
she's a Southerner.
No, she's a Northerner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Put that on her.
I'm sorry. That's right. South is Winterfell. Right,
Yeah, no, North is Winterfell.
North is Winterfell. North. Okay.
So then, this is when people was really mad, and it was like, I can't believe she did this. Did you see the one girl who like last week was like, Dany burned whole King's Landing to the ground after Missandei died, and then this week when this happened, she was like, I can't believe I wasted 10 years on this show for them to build Dany up for her to ruin it by burning King's Landing to the ground.
That's what I'm saying. That's what is making me so annoyed. I'm like, the same folks, as soon as Missandei's head was removed from her body, all these people are like, nope, burn King's Landing to the ground. Dany, get on your dragon and burn this place. And then she burned the place, and then everybody's like, oh, this is rushed. What? What?
That's funny, yo. I didn't see.
It's like
Listen, last week was much more rushed than this. I mean, not last. Yeah, last week was more rushed than this.
In what part?
Last week? Yeah, last week was more rushed than this because the part where she went when she was talking to Jon and she's like, maybe it was 2 episodes ago when she was like, "Don't tell Sansa. This is gonna ruin everything. I can't believe you're gonna do this. This is gonna kill me." Like,
that was last week.
That kind of came out of nowhere. That much of emotion. But once she was at that point, it was not a huge jump to go from that to where she went this week.
No.
That wasn't a huge jump at all.
I still don't feel like she went mad. I feel like she went mad.
She went mad. She
had justifiable rage.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she had every reason to be like, no, fuck this place.
Okay, hold on. These are two different conversations. She still burned random fucking people.
Fuck them people.
Yeah.
Listen.
Fuck them
I gotta hear people talk about this drone shit, right? And we gotta shoot drones. And you gotta be careful when you shoot them drones because they just be going into Iraq and just be killing people in Iraq.
Obama killed a lot of people with them drones straight.
I'm not like the person that was like the character's ruined. But I am saying she did go mad. This wasn't like, these people deserved it. Hey man,
No.
Like these was like little kids running for their lives, getting burnt alive, bro.
What I'm saying is that whole Mad Queen thing. I was like, well, I mean, y'all like she don't have
it's
cause.
not in her DNA. It's in her DNA.
The show was this. And here's the thing: they were making it seem like she had to burn the city in order to win. If that was the case, then I could be like, okay, yeah, you know, she not mad. She just doing what she got to do to be queen. She had this shit wrapped up. This shit was a wrap. This was like I win the basketball game by 20, and then I just start shooting threes in the fourth quarter. Just shooting them. Don't matter. Just shooting them. Not running the clock out. Shooting with 2 seconds, like 5 seconds into the shot clock. Raining threes. Like she could have flew to the red keep, burned that shit to the ground, made Cersei run out, over. And then put Cersei on trial. Not trial, but like give her a public execution and kill her. She stopped short and started zigzagging through every street on the city to burn that shit to the ground.
Yo, every fucking street, yo. She was trying to get there, yo.
That shit was bad.
Until she had enough and said, I'm going to the Red Keep.
So then somehow Euron washed up on shore right when Jaime was trying to go through the back way.
Yo, I didn't like this part. I really wasn't feeling like, I feel like we didn't need this. But I mean.
Also, it didn't make any sense. When Euron said, I fucked the queen, Jaime got mad, right? All right, that makes sense. But he said something about like you get a chance to king another king or something like that. I thought for sure they were going to bring up the baby.
Nope.
And they didn't bring it up.
Because they didn't have to. Jaime know the baby his.
No, but Euron thinks it's his.
I mean,
because he a dumbass.
Yeah.
And you know how much Euron brags. So it like the character would have been like, I put a baby in that bitch. I put a baby, like, you know, that type of shit.
And my queen or something like that. Yeah,
that's how Euron is.
Yeah.
Like he's that type of dude. Mm-hmm. So then they fought. Did you like their fight, Stephanie?
I thought it was completely. You know what's really funny? For him to have one hand, that fight should have been over in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
being completely honest. But I think that also goes to the fact that, you know, Jaime really is a knight. So it's kind of like, okay, well, all right, fair.
He was like,
but it was like,
knight.
This is completely right. He's the king slayer. So I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, yeah, I don't care about any of this.
I agree.
I don't care about any of this.
So basically, it looked like. So do you think Jaime, if the castle
Jaime's gonna die.
If the castle didn't fall in on them, do you think he was dying anyway?
Oh yeah.
Or do you think he
got him good?
We don't see no body, so are we going to think that we're not going to flash back to them like next week?
Oh no, they did. They did.
Okay.
So
yeah. Oh, he got him. He was going to end up bleeding out. So it's kind of like Euron got him good.
Yeah.
Euron stabbed her and she thought it was over, and then somehow Jaime got to the sword and stabbed Euron real good. And then
turned that bitch. He turned that shit like a key.
Somehow Jaime, with a stab wound real bad, walked up like 25 flights of stairs to get all
breathing hard as a bitch too. I was like, what? How's he doing this right now? Like, but anyway.
So Qui-Gon comes to Cersei and is like, look, bitch, you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
We got to go.
The safest place is in the holdfast. Like, let's go. So Cersei was like, all right. I'm snapping out of it. All right, let's go. So him and Cersei and
Sir Gregor
in the mountain start walking out, and they go back. So that was when they went back to Jaime Euron, but we already talked about that. And Euron was bragging, I get to die the person who killed Jaime Lannister. And I was like, that nigga went out a bragger.
Yeah, I respected that.
So then we see the Hound and Arya, and they like right there. And the Hound was like, listen, bitch, I get where you're trying to come from, but like, you ain't me. Like, if you come with me, you're gonna die here, and you got so much more to. He's basically like, you got much more to give in your life than to be like me, and fight and just be so hell bent on revenge. And Arya was like, thank you, and went on her way. So then the Hound rolls up when they try to walk down the steps. And he was like, listen, you fucking dead bitch. Let's fight, basically is what he said. And the Mountain started walking towards him, and Qui-Gon was like, so Gregor, protect your queen. And Cersei's like, Sir Gregor, get
Oh
back
no,
here.
no! You forgot about. They said all the fuck boys that died first.
The Hound
and he killed them niggas like
Like they was
5
nothing.
seconds.
And then he was like, Sir Gregor, come back to your queen. And somebody on Twitter was like, the Mountain killed the Qyburn for telling him to talk to his queen in his inside voice. And he that shit was so funny. He fucking stiff-armed Qyburn into the fucking rocks and just smashed him dead. That shit was funny as fuck.
Best shit ever.
Yes.
I was like,
so good.
Somebody told me that that was akin to something that happened to the book because that's how he killed. That's how he killed Rhaegar's son, like baby. I said, "What? They did that in the fucking book?"
Oh God!
Apparently, like when they took over, like when he first took over, because you know how he killed a lot. Like the reason why the Martell dude wanted to fight him was because he killed
his daughter,
killed his sister.
Yeah.
And basically, apparently, that was Rhaegar's wife, right? And so apparently, the Mountain killed their baby too. Like, just took a little baby and just threw him into like some rocks and smashed him. Like, that shit. The book sound crazy as fuck. And that type of shit was happening. And so then we got Cleganebowl. Now, this was probably the best part of the episode.
Yes.
This fight was good. The Mountain took his helmet off. He looked dead as shit.
Dead as shit.
Because he is dead. He has been dead for years.
And the Hound was fucking him up for a while, but it wasn't doing nothing. And then the Mountain started fucking him back up, and he grabbed him by the eyes. But we'll get to the rest of that. And so then they showed, then they cut away, and we saw Arya walking through King's Landing, and King's Landing fucked up. It's just fire. People burning, running for them lives. And
it's like that D-Day shit where all you can hear that.
Nigga, this shit was worse than the Battle of Winterfell. Like, this had way more destruction than the Night King did. People screaming for their lives, and they cut back to the Mountain, and he's fucking the Hound up at this time. And then they did this, like, side-by-side shot of, like, the Hound getting fucked up and Arya kind of getting stuck, getting trampled on and shit. And so then they cut back to the Mountain, and he's strangling the Hound. And it looked like he about to poke his eyes out. And the Mountain was like, fucking die. And he's like, he stabbed the shit out of him like, die. And so he grabs his fucking eyes. And I was like, oh, shit, he about to do the Oberyn thing.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, yo, we can't get like Oberyn.
And then the fucking Hound stabbed that nigga right in the eye. I said, oh, that finally killed him.
Nope. That's what I was thinking. Nope,
that nigga took 2 steps back. And like that shit didn't even hurt. Just pulled the fucking knife out of his eye.
A whole sword through, or a short sword through a goddamn head.
Exactly.
And you're still acting like nothing happened.
It was like, he just looked at him like, when he started smashing his eyes, I'm like, not like Oberyn. He was like, fuck this. It's never going to happen. Fuck this. Let me just push him over. Because it's like literally he stabbed him in the chest. He stabbed him in the stomach. He stabbed him in the neck. He stabbed him in the eye. He was like, okay, there's literally something else got to happen. Like, I got to do something else. This is ridiculous.
So is the Mountain dead?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Apparently both of them are dead because they fell into the fire.
So then the Hound was like, fuck this. And just fucking ran and fucking Terry Taylor off his linebacker him off the castle. Like, they like 25 stories in the air.
Into the fire.
And fell all the way to the ground into the fire. They did. That's a great way to die, though. Like,
Cleganebowl did not disappoint because, you know what? I didn't realize that that's what was going to happen. It's like, nothing could have killed the Mountain except the Hound.
Right. Nothing. Nobody has that much passion and hate to kill a Mountain.
The Mountain was on Arya's list. She wasn't killing that nigga.
Nah.
Right, at all. It's like, even if she like stabbed him, it's like, okay, he'd have broke your neck. Because literally, all them stabs, not even bleeding out, not even like wobbling, nothing.
So then they cut to a wide shot of the city, and Drogon's still running through the city burning shit. And then you see that all the wildfire that the Mad King had hid under the city is starting to fucking come back up and explode the city. So the city is double burning. That shit is double burning.
Who called that, Lauren or fucking Reese?
That was Reese.
Lauren.
It was Reese.
Reese called all of this shit. in the beginning, before our first episode, everything that happened with Danny, she called, which is
She really
funny.
did.
So then
Check out the introverted nerd. We could plug her. You know, introverted nerd.
Can you speak?
With Reese.
Reese be knowing.
And
Reese be
then,
knowing.
next we see everything is just fucking covered in ash, and Arya is covered in ash and bleeding, but she ain't dead. And then a building collapsed,
yeah.
and I was like, oh, she dead, but she wasn't. She survived.
No, I was just like, you can't kill Arya. We're not going to see Arya die like that. That's bullshit. Like, if that happened, I'd have been mad as shit.
So
like,
then,
you kill a Night King and then you die like that. Get the fuck out of here, George R. R. Martin. We're not doing that.
Arya,
Wait, what are you talking about?
If Arya would have died with the building falling on her.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have done that.
And so then Arya is, goes and is trying to help these people that's scared as fuck. And she's like, listen. And she's like, if we go out there, we're going to die. Arya's like, bitch, if you stay here, this whole shit going to collapse on you. You got no chance. Get up. And they get outside and they start running. And you see the dragon coming from behind them. Like, oh, shit. They about to get burnt. And Arya's like trying to save people. And then the dragon comes right there and she dashes off to the side. And that mom and that daughter got cooked. And Arya looks mad as shit. And so they cut back to Jaime and Cersei, and they trying to escape, but like out the way Tyrion was telling them to get out. But that shit had collapsed, and they couldn't get out. But it looked like it was a hole at the top. And I was like, why can't y'all just climb up there and get out of there? But I guess I was just seeing shit. And then basically Cersei was like crying. She's like, I wanted our baby to live. I wanted our baby to live. So
Sniveling. Whew, I love it.
that confirms that she was really pregnant. She wasn't lying about that. And she's like, I don't want to die, not like this. She was doing some good-ass acting here. Like, that woman was acting right here. And then I think, but here's the thing. This was the one part that I don't think anybody can really defend. This was a shitty way for Cersei to die. And they tried to humanize her.
I don't think it was.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
So here's the thing. I thought out of everything that she's done, she deserved the Red Keep to be thrown right on her head. And also I thought it was poetic that the person she came into the world with, she left with.
I mean, they could have died together, but listen. All the deaths of characters that were shitty characters got real deaths. Like, the last one was Stannis, right? Stannis was fucking killed his daughter to try to get on the throne. But we didn't
really see Brienne kill Stannis, though.
Yeah, but we saw Brienne get in his face and like, I said I was going to kill you.
But we didn't see it, though.
No, but I'm saying we
saw Cersei is
Brienne
not the only person who didn't get the death. Because honestly, he shouldn't have gotten such a quick death from Cersei, from Brienne either, if we keeping it a buck. I mean, Stannis deserved a whole lot worse.
But at least he got a personal death. Like, it was personal.
She got a personal death, too.
That wasn't really personal.
It was. It's like, you think about it. All she was doing has been living in that Red Keep. She's been living in that Red Keep. She's been hiding in that Red Keep, thinking that's the only thing that separates her from all those other people out there. She has been like, I am better than everybody because I'm in the Red Keep. Yeah, your whole city is burning. Your Red Keep is burning. And now that thing that you love so much is going to kill you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. For all anybody knows, she's still alive.
No, she's dead.
That's what I was saying. Like, that's what I said earlier.
But what I'm saying is, for all anybody in that world knows that wanted her dead, she's still alive. What if Tyrion says, I told Jaime to get Cersei and for them to go live in Essos or whatever? After all that building and everything collapsing, they're not going to be able to find that body. That's not a satisfying death for the world. Remember, Sansa was like, I wish I could have been there to see Cersei get executed in public. Arya was like, she's on my list. I'm going to kill Cersei. Like, everybody wanted to kill Cersei, and none of them got to kill Cersei.
That is correct.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, the thing about this, it was way too many people that deserved to kill her.
Yeah,
way too many. It wouldn't have been satisfying if Jon did it. It wouldn't have been satisfying if Arya did. It was like the person that literally should be getting to kill Cersei ain't here. It's Catelyn.
Correct.
She deserves to kill her.
Yeah,
The people that really should be killing Cersei ain't here.
I feel like, well, Arya wanted to kill Cersei because, you know, her daddy killed, basically. But I think that Jaime should. I think what they wrote for Jaime pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Because him going back to Cersei, it just didn't make any sense to me. Like,
it did make sense.
Why would you go risk your life to fight the army of the dead, only to go back to Cersei because she captured Missandei and shot an arrow through a dragon? Like, that logic makes no sense to me.
What are you talking about? He don't care about Missandei.
No. He was chilling in Brienne's bed, fucking every night. He heard them talk about Missandei getting captured and Cersei killing the dragon, and that's when he left. And I'm saying, if your love for Cersei was that strong, why the fuck did you leave to go fight the army of the dead?
Because he gave his word.
He gave his word to who?
Remember, when they had the council, she said,
Jaime Lannister gave his word?
Listen, let me finish. Remember, Cersei said her army was going. He said, yep, we're going. Who's the head of the army? Jaime.
Yes, and then they met.
The head of the army.
But then they met.
And what did he say? He was like, I gave my word. As head of the army, he technically did give his word. That is why he went. Not because he hated Cersei or not that he was like, no. He's like, I said that's what I was going to do, and I'm going to do it. And he's like, and if you want me to stop, kill me. Notice, she didn't. And he knew she wouldn't.
Yeah, and that's kind of a weak thing, though, because Jaime's not a noble person, so his word don't mean shit to me.
He's still a noble. He's a knight. He's still
yeah.
I mean,
remember,
he's also a kingslayer, so you know
the Mad King.
He still
that was killing and burning people alive.
He still killed the person he was sworn to protect.
The one that was killing people and burning them alive.
That's like a Secret Service person killing Trump. And then being like, you know what? I want to be a Secret Service person for the next president.
Not the same thing. The Mad King was burning people alive.
I mean, I guess.
Right. He was burning people alive. It's like somebody had to do it.
Listen, that nigga.
He came back.
Didn't make no sense to me at the end.
Total sense. It's on brand. I'm like, the only person he cares about in this world, to a certain extent, he does protect Tyrion, is Cersei. He only loves her. Remember, they have been saying it since day one. We are the only ones that matter. Nobody else.
Yeah, so he shouldn't have left.
He gave his word.
So why he ain't take the army?
Because she stopped the army. It wasn't
so
that
then he not the leader of the army. He
gave his word.
Listen, you put too much on Jaime Lannister's word.
You're not putting anything on his word.
You're damn right I'm not putting nothing on his word. He's Jaime Lannister.
As soon as he heard that she had did this, she had beheaded Missandei, this, that, and the third, he wasn't thinking like, oh my God, I gotta help. It was like, oh my God, they're going to kill Cersei.
Yeah,
and
that's what he thought.
Go protect her. That's on goal for Jaime.
But he knew they was going to kill Cersei. Like, hold on. We gotta talk about this. When they left, they were going there to negotiate. No. Hold on. He was in the war room when they were planning on how they were going to attack. And they even said in the war room, Cersei has to die, but the people of King's Landing don't. He was in that war room, and he still went that night and slept with Brienne. He didn't have a change of mind until Cersei started winning.
At the end of the meeting, remember, they were like, no, we're not going to fight. We're only going to negotiate. So he didn't feel like, oh, okay, she's not really in danger because they're not going there to fight.
Yeah, but they said they were going to kill her. They were negotiating.
They said Cersei had to die. They didn't say we're going to go kill Cersei. That's two different things.
I feel like that's semantics.
That's not the same thing.
Devin, what do you think? Who's right?
I really felt I'm not gonna do that.
See,
I feel like
no
that
cojones.
Stephanie gets it right as far as where Jaime's mind was and how Jaime knows he's going to die with Cersei, protecting Cersei. And that's why he left. And that's why they captured Jaime and was like, oh, no, this nigga ain't going to turn on us or give them information about what we was because he was in the war room. So
but why didn't he do that earlier?
I mean, the
he
pussy
didn't
was
leave
good.
until
That
Cersei
Brienne
was
pussy
winning.
good.
But he didn't leave until Cersei was winning.
Did he know she was winning?
Yes.
They said they killed the dragon.
He didn't change his mind until he walked. Remember, he walked up to Sansa and Brienne and said, "What happened?" And then Brienne told him that Cersei killed a dragon and that Cersei captured Missandei. And then that's when he changed his mind. Before that, everybody was in agreement that Cersei had to die. But Tyrion's whole thing in that war room was, yes, you need to capture Cersei. And
capture her. Not go execute her. Capture her.
No, he said capture her and put her on trial so you don't have to kill.
Not going to kill her.
What you mean? What you mean? What you mean on trial thing? What you think on trial means?
They were going to put...
Trial means we're going to kill you.
They not putting her in prison.
Not necessarily.
What?
They gonna chop her head off like that.
Tyrion has been going out of his way to spare his sister. Out of his goddamn
just until
way.
the baby was born. And then that bitch was going to die.
But how many months is that? That's not right away. They don't need a whole army to go kill Cersei.
I mean...
She literally, we keep it in the buck, she only needed one goddamn dragon, obviously.
Cersei was going to die anyway. All right, let's finish this.
That's fair.
Stephanie may be right, but I don't think she's right.
Because one, I feel like it's just weird thing.
I'm with you, Steph.
Right.
No,
it's really interesting to watch people like Jaime changed. I'm like, when the hell did he change?
Apparently, some of these prophecies ain't mean shit, but I ain't read the book, so I don't know about them.
Excuse me. If that was the case, Jon Snow wouldn't have been revived because Jon Snow is dead.
The Azor High prophecy, I guess that didn't happen unless he kills. I guess it could still happen if Jon kills Dany, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then they cut to Arya. Somehow she survived, and then they show all the fucking destruction in King's Landing. It looked like snow. So much ash, it looked like snow was falling.
And that's what somebody was saying, that there was a prophecy that she would come back to rule the kingdom under snow, but it's not snow, it's ash.
Yeah, that ash is everywhere. That whole fucking King's Landing is a wrap. I wonder how many people survived. And then they show Jon. We skipped some of this part, but like Jon started having second guessing during this fight. Mm-hmm. And he's basically like, that bald-headed nigga with no dick might have been right.
So right. He was so right.
And he even had to kill one of his own people trying to rape a woman. This nigga was just grabbing this woman like he was about to rape her for no fucking reason.
Like, what is your mental mind state in the middle of war to be like, I'm about to rape this shit out of this bitch and then get back?
Can you imagine being in a fight and just seeing a random woman running for her lives and be like, I'm in the middle of this street with all these niggas around with swords. I'm going to rape this person. And Jon pushed him up to the wall and was like, Jon tried to give him a chance. Like, listen, nigga, what the hell are you doing? This is stupid. The nigga was like, fuck you. Tried to hit Jon. Jon stabbed his ass dead. Just quick as fuck.
Ran him through. He ran him through.
Then they show Arya. So then they showed Arya. She saw the mother and child that she was trying to save, and they did. These
goddamn Starks, man. These goddamn Starks.
And then a fucking horse rolls up, and Arya rode off on the fucking horse, and that's how the show ended. Stephanie, what are you looking for? What do you think is going to happen in the season finale?
Series.
Well, series finale, yeah.
So, I honestly don't know, and I don't even want to guess. I just want to see things fold out. I'm just people are making me tired. I'm like, everybody's like, it's so rushed, it's lazy writing. Stop watching then. Just stop. Just stop watching. Because at this point, I'm like, y'all need to stop. Just.
You're not gonna be happy.
Draining.
Yeah.
It's over. It's ending. It's not like we getting another season. They're not doing like an extending this. It's over. Well,
there's a secret seventh episode.
What?
There's a secret seventh episode.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an episode that airs the week after.
Really?
You know that?
No.
That's the behind the scenes thing.
I
That's
guess.
not an episode. It's like they're going behind the filming. It's not a secret
episode.
It's not a secret.
It's a secret episode, Steph.
It is
Are you ready
not.
for the secret episode?
It is not.
Hey, look.
They literally are saying like this is behind the scene filming. This is how this is going, and we got all these night shoots. Brandon, why are you trolling people?
Hey, like you had me. I was like, well, shit.
Here's the thing
It
with
is
those
not.
people.
I'm like,
Here's the thing with these people, right? There has been some questionable writing and questionable character choices in this season. It has, and it has been a little rushed. However, none of that is nearly as prevalent as people make it seem, and it definitely does not make this a bad show or a bad season. It's not even close. It's just not what people wanted. Like, I've heard somebody say Arya did all that faceless training and haven't stolen a face. That is valid. Like, I would have liked to seen her use some of her faceless men training this season. But that don't mean, oh, this is bad writing. I can't believe they ruined the Arya character. No, that's not.
Not at all.
No.
you know what it is? It's because they took a year off and people had more time to think and put theories in their head about how it should be because that's what you wanted to happen. I'm like, yeah, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I just like me. Like, I just like to watch the show and let it unfold in front of me and then like, hey, that was cool.
Yeah.
Because people worked hard on this. Like, it's literally been a 10-year culmination. I'm just trying to watch. I'm just trying to watch to the end and let it be what it is. But I do think Jon is going to have to kill Dany.
Yeah.
And I just see it. I see it more. Yeah, I just see it more and more. I see it on his face because Jon ultimately always does the noble right thing that he must do for the greater good. Like taking all them fucking swords to the chest at the Night's Watch.
He's been through way too much.
Yeah, like so yeah.
Y'all brought me back for this.
Yeah, other than that, I don't see nothing else like that I really care about. Like, everything else is cool with me.
All right, so let's get some predictions. Does Daenerys make it through this episode, this season? This
hell
series?
No.
Does she make it through the last episode?
Jon is killing that bitch.
Stephanie, what about you? What do you think?
No.
No, you don't think she's making it?
I don't think she's making it.
With one episode left, Devin, who is going to be the ruler of Westeros at the end of Game of Thrones?
Jon Snow is going to get it and then give it to his sister Sansa.
I like that.
Steph, what do you think?
I kind of like that. I kind of like Sansa ruling. Yeah, it's gonna. Jon's gonna say no after he kills Dany and let Sansa do it. And Sansa's gonna be no. I want to stay in the north because King's Landing is a bunch of ash and rubble. And I want to live in my castle. So it's probably gonna end up being Jon Snow.
So think about this, right? Are we gonna start calling Jon Aegon?
Right? It's like
that's what I need to know. That's my bigger question.
Can we start calling him by his real name?
If mama call him Aegon, I'm gonna call him Aegon. That's what I'm saying.
Can we start calling him by his real name?
Is there?
What do you think, Brandon?
Hold on, I'm asking the questions. Not
answering. I'm sorry, sir. I don't want trouble.
Is there any way to redeem Dany in this last episode?
Here's the thing. Why she need redeeming? She said, "Fuck this." I'm like,
she's crazy.
She did just kill a bunch of kids.
She went crazy.
Hold on. Are we up here condoning killing kids now?
Give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's war.
Wait, hold on. You know what place also had kids? Marine.
Yeah, but she didn't burn them kids. She ain't burn them kids, Marine.
But the
Can't burn kids.
Unsullied probably killed some people.
No,
they stabbed the fuck out of a lot
they
of
weren't. But they weren't stabbing no fucking kids. We would have saw that. We
we
saw.
did.
Listen, you're assuming they did that.
Wait a minute. What kids we seen get killed?
What
I
you
seen some
mean?
kids
I seen some kids get
flames.
burned alive.
I seen some kids get.
Them kids are getting burned alive.
Yeah. Yes.
Because they were
Yes.
running with the other people.
Because
Yes.
their brothers were trying to protect them, but they still burned.
They will burn. Listen, she was burning the fuck out of them kids, man.
Everybody.
Yes, including them
Roll
kids.
It's the kids. Fuck the kids.
That is true.
See?
Look,
See?
Mariah Carey said that's the name of Mariah Carey's episode. Fuck them
now
kids.
we don't care about the kids. See? So
No, we that.
Oh,
So
but
Stannis was right. So Stannis was right. Stannis is like, listen, and whatever it takes to be king, right? Whatever it takes. If we just kill it, if we burning kids alive, what's the difference between that and burning Shireen alive?
Oh shit. That was good. That was fucking good.
They closed the gates, so where everybody else at?
Whatever it takes to be king. I guess. Or
Just
queen.
said, she said, I am fear.
That's right. Just because she said it. Listen, I'm with you. The people who complaining about this came out of nowhere, this is bad writing, they are full of shit. But I'm not going to act like she ain't go crazy. You're not going to convince me that, oh, she knew exactly what she was doing,
No, she wasn't. She lost it.
She did the noble thing. That was so noble of her. She is the rightful queen. No, that was some tyrant shit right there. That was some fucking tyrant shit. That's like.
But also, Quaburn already had planted the seeds about her anyway.
She was Thanos. She was Thanos. Thanos said.
I give you that.
Thanos said in the end game, this time I'm gonna fucking snap the whole universe so it can be rebuilt so niggas can appreciate shit.
That's fair. But also, Quaburn had already put that little birdie out to everybody that she is terrible. So the people of King's Landing already thought she was terrible.
And so she proved them right.
Okay. Doesn't matter. It's a war. Like,
Hold on. There's rules to engagement, nigga. There's rules to this shit.
Well, Cersei shouldn't have hit nobody. See,
Yeah.
She broke the rules of engagement.
By doing what?
she didn't.
That's
She
not
didn't,
that's not breaking the rules of engagement. They captured
Look,
her.
she first of all, she broke the rules of engagement when she failed to honor her word as a queen.
That's very true. All she had to do was sit in the army, and she didn't.
Listen,
But no, you want to
about
live
Cersei.
in your red keep. You want to live up in your red keep and not help them.
Just notice, I see the hypocrisy, Stephanie. I see you.
Hypocrisy.
I see you. I see you.
Hypocrisy.
Stephanie would have been Stephanie would have been cheering for Stannis. Stannis would have rolled into King's Landing if that shit would have worked out.
His own kid.
So what? What's the difference?
He did it to preach the Lord of the Light, the only real moniker religion that works.
And
So,
look what
At least he had a guy telling him to do it. Danny ain't had nobody telling her to do it.
it better.
The Lord of Light ain't say, "Hey, Danny, yo, you need to go burn the city." So
that's
do it.
true.
She was just like, listen, she didn't even burn the city before they gave up. She burned the city after they gave up. It ain't nothing noble about that. I like it,
nothing,
but there's nothing noble about that.
Wait a minute. Who said anything about noble? Stephanie never said anything about noble.
That is correct. She never
noble
did.
and good.
I didn't say noble or good.
No.
So if she's not noble or good, then she crazy.
She went crazy. She lost it.
But do you blame her?
Yes.
To what her
Absolutely
babies are
blame
dead.
her. I absolutely blame her. I 100% blame her.
Excuse me, she lost 2 of her babies. She lost her friend Boo, her friend Boo. She lost Missandei. She lost her goddamn army. She came all the way to the other side of the country. And then these fools don't respect her, don't want to listen to her. They like John better, even though John is like, Chile.
So because she was jealous, she can burn a bunch of kids.
She lost it.
It was like after a while, I was like, oh, fuck this.
See,
it's like because
sometimes you make emotional decisions and you just live with them.
You see how
when
you see how Stephanie is right here, Devin? You see? Let me ask you. I bet you Stephanie wasn't out here defending Liam Neeson.
Oh shit!
Was you? Liam Neeson got his sister was raped by a black man. And all that nigga did was say, I thought. He didn't even do it. All he said was, I thought about going out there and killing the black man. And that nigga was the worst person alive. This woman got her slave killed by somebody. Her slave got killed by somebody. And she was just like, I get to kill all the kids, all the women, everybody.
I how you think of the kids. Run other people out there.
Yo, Steph, he won, yo. He won. He won, yo.
Like, what are you talking about?
Shit.
So,
Donald debate is this.
I'm glad we come to the conclusion that Steph was on Liam Neeson's side. And it was nothing wrong with him wanting to kill that black man. That was okay because he had hurt. He had legit pain. And when you're in legit pain, any decision you make is justified.
What does that have to do with Daenerys? And she burned all them people because
she was hurt. Her feelings were hurt.
Right?
She made an emotional decision. She lived with it.
I never said she did. She was right to do it. Nobody
said you're right or wrong.
No,
you
tried to say she was right.
You said she was justified.
You said she was justified.
Justified. It's like
you did say she was justified, sir.
King's Landing.
See.
Being justified and being right are two different things.
That's kind of close. Those are very similar things. See, as long as we know that Steph was defending Liam Neeson, we are good here.
Don't be slandering me. Don't be slandering me.
Listen, oh God, that's so good.
You got a bigger heart than me. That's all it comes down to.
All I'm saying is all them folks in King's Landing should have never believed the queen. They don't fucking like them anyway and would sacrifice them, which technically that is what
they didn't believe them. Okay, hold on. So you gonna try to tell me the people in King's Landing not justified to dislike Daenerys when her daddy was burning niggas alive for no reason? That's not a justification?
Alive back then.
He was burning niggas alive.
Yeah,
that's why he was the Mad King.
How long ago was this?
Jamie killed the Mad King, so it's not that long ago.
So hold on. So if in 15 years, right? If in 15 years, little Baron Trump decides to run for president, you're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
And Baron Trump, can we stay in Westeros?
No. You giving Baron Trump the benefit of the doubt?
What are you talking? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with Game of Thrones?
Or you gonna be like,
we talking about trusting people?
Or you gonna be like, I don't trust that nigga because his daddy was Donald Trump.
I'm with you, Brandon.
You ain't gonna trust that nigga because his daddy Donald Trump. Just like
first of all, I don't think he's smart enough, and I don't think he want it. But fair. If
just
that's
like
what
them people are like, listen, man, Daenerys, you might not be Cersei, but your daddy was burning niggas alive. At least she ain't doing that. She not burning us alive.
Who?
Cersei. But then she did burn them alive. But I don't think the people know that she blew up the Red Keep.
I don't think people know that the reason why that Cersei let them in is because she was using them as a shield.
Yes, but they didn't know that.
They don't like her.
Yes, because her daddy was burning niggas.
I'm talking about
Cersei.
Oh, okay. So let me put you in the King's. This is a good conversation. Let me put you in the King's Landing people's perspective. If I tell you, if the president got on TV and said, these niggas is about to invade the United States, and the safest place for you to be,
put them in the King's Landing, and then you saying presidents in the United States
is to be in the gates of the White House because
who told them that?
Because the people who want to kill us, they noble and they don't really want to kill innocent people. So if you come by here,
not what she did.
Actually, she said this. But here's the thing: she said this is the safest place to those people to be. But here's the thing: she actually thought it was the safest place because she said to Quietburn, "The Red Keep's the safest place for me to be."
The Red King, not King's, not the houses and buildings in King's Landing. The safest for her. Notice, you ain't let them people in the Red King.
But yeah, them people ain't eating days. Them people's just starving and all this other shit.
Like, and she only brought them in because she told them the Mad Queen is coming. So of course, hold on.
Was she right or wrong? Was she right or wrong?
You know how this tipped? Because you killed Masande. And you killed one of her dragons.
But does it matter? Does it matter how you get your result? As long as what you say it comes to fruition, that's all that really mattered.
See?
Do you think it would have tipped if it didn't happen?
It doesn't. That doesn't matter. How we get to me influencing somebody or like leveraging it in my position, in my favor, doesn't matter. It went the way I wanted it to go. So like,
she literally said, "I'm going to liberate these people from tyrants," and then went full tyrant.
But remember, did she walk in the door with her dragon burning shit down?
Yes.
Or did she come there to negotiate first?
Yes, she did. So that's a justification?
For the people don't know that.
Because they ain't quit.
Yes or no? Did she come there to negotiate first?
But the people don't know that. Don't nobody know that shit.
Yes, she came to negotiate. But she only came. But here's the thing. Her initial thing was to go burn that shit.
That was initial. Before Tyrion said, let's just negotiate first. And she came there on good faith to negotiate. That was the second time.
She came there hoping Cersei would say no. So she could burn them.
She really did. She wanted to burn that shit down. She knew.
She got talked out of burning that shit down at least 3 or 4 times by Tyrion.
Exactly.
Which means she always wanted to burn that shit down.
She came across from Marine wanting to burn shit down. What are we talking about?
But here's the difference is, see, this is where the writing is interesting. I think they did it on purpose, and this is where other people think it's bad writing. What makes her crazy is not that she burned King's Landing.
No.
It's that she burned King's Landing after they quit. That's what makes her crazy.
That's what makes her crazy.
If they wouldn't have quit, if Cersei would have said, y'all don't give up no matter what, and she burned that whole city, making their way all the way up to the
There's no wrong. She's not wrong.
Then she's not wrong. She's just trying to win the war. But when them niggas put down their swords and they rang that bell and everybody in the city knew they quit, and then she said, fuck it. Now I'm about to kill y'all because y'all not even trying no more. That's when she went full crazy.
Yeah. And you can see it. Because she's on top of that building.
But I'm disagreeing with you.
And that part's not justified. If she'd have killed them people and trying to win the war, that's justified. Nobody would be mad at her. You try and win. You try and be queen. You know, if people die.
So kill the kids if we fight in the war.
If it happens, it happens. You don't kill kids on purpose.
Wait a minute. Now it's okay. The kids die, they die in the war. Now it's like, wait,
if they happen by accident.
But won't this kid still be getting killed?
If Shireen would have fell into a pit of fire by accident, niggas wouldn't have been mad at Stannis.
Because it would have been an accident. What you doing?
Okay, then. It would have been an accident. Not on purpose.
That's not the same thing.
That is the same thing.
It's okay to kill kids in war.
All them kids wouldn't have died. Only the kids on the path to the Red Keep. She zigzagged through all the streets to make sure she killed as many kids as possible.
Within the walls of King's Landing.
Yes, all of them. All right, 2 more things before we get out of here. What is going to happen with the Starks next episode?
What Starks? Oh.
Oh, you funny.
There's 2 Starks.
There's 2 of them.
Sansa and Arya.
And
Bran will fly off somewhere because he's a bird right now.
I do want to. Hey, yo, where the fuck is Bronn? We didn't talk about Bronn. Where the fuck is Bronn?
That was my last question.
He did say, I'll be back once this shit is over. Get this shit done. He did say he'd be back.
So Bronn is not getting Highgarden.
Nah.
Because Daenerys is not fucking with Tyrion no more. And if he's not fucking with Tyrion, why would she give him Highgarden?
Does she even know about Highgarden?
Probably not.
I mean, she has met Lady Olenna, so.
So who is
Lady Olenna predicted this years ago. She said, don't listen to these advisors. Go be the dragon. She literally told her what to do.
So rapid fire. Does Tyrion survive the last episode?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. Does Jon Snow survive the last episode?
Yes.
Steph?
Yep.
Does Daenerys survive the last episode?
No.
Does Sansa survive the last episode?
Yes. Safe as shit.
Is
Who the
she
fuck's
safe?
gonna kill her?
Hold on.
Who's
Is
gonna
she
kill her?
safe?
Who the fuck's gonna
Here's
kill
the
her?
thing.
The queen of Westeros hates that bitch.
Oh, my bad. Damn.
Well, as this season has showed us, nobody is safe. So why don't we just say nobody is safe?
The queen of Westeros hates her. Hates her with a
The
passion.
self-proclaimed queen. Ain't nobody. Wait, you do realize the Iron Throne is gone too. She burned the whole city down.
She'll make a new throne.
She can make a new
I mean, you
throne.
can make a new throne. I mean, I think we're gonna have a whole
She can
ceremony
prove
where
from Dragonstone if we keeping it a buck. She just burned down the whole city. She's like, I'm gonna go back to Dragonstone and y'all have a good day.
Does Arya Stark survive the last episode?
I hope so.
I hope so. I want her to kill somebody. Somebody got that.
Oh my God. Wait. I think her list is done. Because I think everybody on her list is dead.
Everybody on her list is dead. Unless she adds Daenerys to her list.
Yeah. She might.
Interesting.
She might.
All right. So that's it. We've got one episode left. Lauren will be back next week for the finale. We'll see if we can get some other people on for the last episode. Are you guys sad this is going away?
No, everything, all good things come to an end. Just gotta appreciate them.
It's time. It's getting a little long in the tooth, in the dragon tooth.
So they've announced that the prequel series will start next year, and they're filming it this summer. And that's going to take place hundreds of years ago in the world of Game of Thrones.
So that means dragons and everything is around there.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't know if it's going to take place thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago.
Oh, is it supposed to be like with the dragon?
And Dan and Dave
The
aren't
Mad
writing
King?
it either. No. It's way before that.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, because I really didn't read up on it, so I didn't know where they were supposed to be starting.
Oh, yeah, this is taking place thousands of years before the events of Game of Thrones.
Oh, so maybe they're going to have more dragons. Mm-hmm. That'd be exciting.
I'm excited about that.
Me too.
The series chronicles the world's descent from the golden age of heroes into its darkest hour, from the horrifying secrets of Westeros history to the true origin of the White Walkers, the mysteries of the East, to the Stark of legend. Only one thing is for sure: it's not the story we think we know.
Oh, it's gonna be a whole bunch of raping this shit. Oh God.
Oh boy.
Oh God. They're coming back.
And there's some black people in this series. Naomi Watts.
Dorne. We're going to Dorne.
Naomi Watts is in it. Who's
really? Okay.
Let me see. Who's this black woman? Naomi Aki. There's a black man. Who's this black man? What's his name?
Who's this black man?
Who this black man?
I don't know who this black man is. I can't
Sound
tell.
like what the cops say.
There's a
all the
black
time.
man on this picture. I can't see who it is, but there's a black man in this picture, and it's being the showrunner is a woman.
Dope. What's going to be the title of the series though?
They haven't announced the title of the series.
Okay.
Yet.
Oh.
So this is on HBO's website. So this is about as legit as it gets. So yeah, we got some more Thrones coming next year. So
Yay.
we will be back next week for the series finale of Game of Thrones. Stephanie, what do you have coming up on the Mocha Minutes this week?
So this week, I'm very excited because my mom was my guest for Mother's Day. So it is the Pam-isode.
I love it.
So yeah, we talked about imparting wisdom as a mother. We talked about that ridiculous dress code that Houston principal gave to grown-ass people. We talked about the Real Housewives of Potomac and RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
So one of my best friends was at the wedding on Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh, really?
Was at Candace's wedding.
Really? Oh, she looks so pretty.
And I don't know how he got there. So I'm trying to figure that out.
But does he know Candace or does he know
He's a club
Chris?
promoter in the city.
That's why he was invited because does he know Chris?
No. So I don't know how he got there. I need to text him to ask him how the fuck he got
ask him. I want the tea. He can come on the show and spill some tea.
He was there.
Well, you tell him that I would love to have him on the show so he can talk about the wedding.
I will tell him. I will text him that. So go check out the Mocha Minutes podcast. We'll be doing our show sometime this week. I've been so busy with this code and shit, so haven't had a whole lot of time.
Yeah, we got to hear about Michael's shenanigans. What nonsense is this?
I'm about to get that drop to play whenever he talks. That's going to be a segment, the white nonsense segment.
He needs it because Michael's always up to something.
Yeah, he is always. He went out this week. I talked to him. He went out to the club twice.
What?
Back-to-back days.
Did he get some numbers?
He also, I'm not going to tell the whole story because I'll see if he wants to tell that, but he also had to check some dude fucking with his sister in Philadelphia. I'm so proud of him.
Yo, you have to, because his little sister is a very blooming young lady. So I definitely, she's cool.
How old is she? She's
19. She's 19.
No, not her. Her.
Oh, the older
younger sister.
Middle sister.
She's
the
like
middle
21.
sister. Yeah.
Yeah, it was some dude being like textbook abusive, not physically abusive, but textbook mental abusive, and he had to check that nigga, and it was
I love it.
So proud of Mike. We'll be back later this week. Go listen to Mocha Minutes podcast. We'll be back next week for Game of Thrones. We'll probably get a couple movie reviews in. Detective Pikachu, John Wick coming up soon because we've been slacking on the movie reviews. So thank you everyone for listening, and we'll talk to you later.